Hi everyone, it's Barb and Harold here. We are popping in to say happy end of November, and we want to give you a little bit of a market update because there's so much going on in real estate and unfortunately so much fake news out there. So we're going to give you the real scoop on what's going on. So we've talked a lot about the market shifting, the market slowing down a little bit, and how that's affecting our buyers and sellers. The good news is houses aren't selling in hours all the time right now. They still are in certain circumstances. Turnkey, priced well, priced under market. You might still see multiple offers. But the good news is most buyers are having days and hours to think about writing an offer on a home. And homes are taking days and weeks and sometimes months to sell. And you know what? That's okay. It's called
normal.
It's called a normal market.
Yes.
But what I do want to call your attention to is there's actually a really good article in the LA Times. I normally don't like journalists' articles about the housing market because they don't always have all the facts, but it says another Southern California home price boom is cooling, which is true, and I do like that word, it's cooling.
It's cooling.
Is a crash looming? The answer is no. So many things were different in 2007, 8, 9, and 10 when we really went through the true crash. Number one, you actually have to qualify for a loan now. They actually verify your employment.
Yeah. And your income.
There used to be something called stated income loans. For those of you who weren't really paying attention back in the early 2000s, you could just write down how much you made and no one checked. The second thing is you actually have to get a true market value of your home. And when I mean true is they've put lots of restrictions and guidelines and laws in place around appraisals and appraisers. And that's probably where we've seen the biggest shift. These appraisals don't just automatically come in at market value or above like they were before.
No, yeah. In the, they'll say the old days, 10 years ago, there was rarely, if ever, a short appraisal.
Yeah.
Although now it's pretty common, not uncommon, but it does happen.
Absolutely. So. And then the last thing is people are putting down payments on their properties, right? Back in those days, 100% financing. And something really scary that people don't understand, which is called negative amortization loans, which is where the bank said your payment was $3,000, but then you had another option to only pay $2,500. And then that $500 a month that you weren't paying that you should have got tacked onto the balance of your loan. So therefore, as the market's falling and you're losing value on your home, you are gaining a balance, which is never gonna work.
No.
In any market.
Opposite direction.
Yeah, so those things don't exist anymore. And here's the other thing, people actually put good sized down payments on their homes right now. Even if it's only 3.5% on an FHA loan, they have skin in the game and they have equity. We've seen, according to the stats, an 11.4% average increase in home values across LA County since 2012, every year. People have equity in their homes right now. A crash is not coming. Now, is an adjustment coming? Is a cooling off coming? Yes, it's happening.
Yes, no, we're seeing that. Obviously, the longer days on market does not allow the prices to run up, which is not a bad thing. Affordability comes into play with a lot of it, but cooling off is okay.
It's okay. And guess what? It's when you're going to really need to hire a real estate professional to sell your home. You're not going to be able to hire someone that's inexperienced, that doesn't understand this market and doesn't know how to properly market a home, because the days of sticking a sign in the yard and just hoping it sells are over. The next thing I want to talk about really quickly is interest rates. We've talked a lot about interest rates and how that's affecting the market. Interest rates are going up. They have gone up. The Fed's raised the rates a couple times this year. They did not raise them in November. They are expecting to raise them in December and more times next year. And interest rates do affect how much your payment is and how much you can qualify for.
Right, so the Fed rate is not the mortgage rate.
No.
However, the mortgage rate does follow certain aspects of the market. And we are anticipating an increase based from what we've heard from the mortgage professionals. They're anticipating pretty much about a 1% increase by the end of next year.
Which is a lot. And so what I want to caution you if you're thinking about buying a home is don't expect that prices are going to tumble and we're going to crash and values are going to plummet. They're not. They're actually slated to go up about 3% next year, which is the national average pretty much over 30, 40, 50 years across the United States.
Across the national average is anywhere from 3 to 5% annually. I think that's dated back to 1968. So 3%, we fit in the national average. Yes, in California, we normally do have a greater appreciation. So Californians think the market's crashing when really it's not.
It's not. So if you're waiting for the market to fall and interest rates are going to rise, you're only going to lose in the end. And then sellers on the flip side of that, don't wait to sell your home. If you want to sell your home now or whenever you're ready, because at the end of the day, if interest rates do go up and buyers can't qualify, then your value of your home can be affected or your days on market can be affected.
More the days on market, because you're not going to have potentially as many offers, because not as many buyers are going to qualify for that price point.
So you're going to hear that Harold and I's motto this year is buy when you're ready, sell when you're ready. There's not going to be a magic pill or a magic formula in 2019. It's going to be a normal real estate market, and normal real estate markets require professionals. Like I've said before, they require someone who knows how to help you navigate your loan, who helps you know how to structure your transaction, who knows how to help you negotiate on your behalf. So when we work with buyers, we're going to work to get you the best value on the property we can. When we work with sellers, we're going to work to help you get the most amount of money you can without sacrificing how long you sit on the market, because that doesn't make sense when you're making additional mortgage payments just to try to get a few extra $1,000. That's not going to pencil out in the end. And unfortunately, it takes professionals like us that can help point those things out to you. And lastly, I want to wrap up with just how grateful we are for you. It's coming up on Thanksgiving, and Harold and I want you to know how much we appreciate you, how grateful we are for you, how we could not do what we do without you. And most importantly, remind you that if you know anyone, friends, family, colleagues, neighbors who are thinking about buying or selling a home, who needs sound, trusted advice. You guys know us. Pick up the phone, call us, and we will answer your questions. It's not about the transaction to us. It's about the relationship with you. And we just want to be those trusted resources for you. So we are so grateful for the introductions and continued introductions to your friends and family, because you know that's how we do business.
That's all how we do it.
And that's all how we do it. So we're gonna end with that today. But if you have any specific questions, feel free to respond to this email or give us a call, a text anytime. You know where to find us. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
And we will check in again with you next month.
Bye.